in his magazine, The Realist, every now and then runs an obituary on people before they've died. And I think probably what we've been running in a way tonight is sort of an obituary to Paul McCartney while he's still alive, hopefully. Do you realize we have been on the air now for show you how strong this thing is and how people really are hipped on it. We have been on this subject since we went on the air at 1 o'clock, and not one person has called to talk about anything else. Not one person has called to talk about anything else but the questionable death of Paul McCartney. Good morning. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Mr. Bennett?
Yes.
I have it on good authority that Tommy Smothers is alive and well in Argentina.
Really?
Yes.
And living down there with Michael Dan, who's the head of CBS, I understand. Yes.
What I want to call you about, I just came back from Vietnam.
You saw Paul McCartney there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I just came back from Vietnam, and I've heard all these amazing things, like they put men on the moon, and the Mets won the pennant, but tonight was something that was beyond belief. I couldn't believe it. I don't really think that Paul McCartney is really dead. And a thing that I heard while I was in Vietnam was that they were going to do, the Beatles were going to do a concert through the States with another well-known group. And it was canceled because Mr. Lennon was caught in Canada in possession of narcotics.
No, in England. And
in England.
George Harrison as well. So
well, I wasn't here.
But Jagger was busted for drugs, and he's in the country right now. He's in Los Angeles.
It sure seems strange that a group as well established as the Beatles are, that something like this could happen. And I don't really believe that Paul McCartney is dead. And I wish that something like that could have happened.
Well, in a couple of nights, we hope to be talking with Mick Jagger. And perhaps he can even shed more light on it. In fact, he's probably getting the rumors right now.
I would imagine so, because I would imagine that the program has generated an awful lot of steam.
Yes, I would imagine. What was just a small, insignificant rumor is...
I can imagine how it's blown out of proportion, because this is...
Well, I almost wasn't going to go on the air with it tonight. In fact, the first time that we got indication of this whole thing, I kept it under my hat.
Yeah,
which was a couple of weeks ago, because I didn't want to start any unnecessary rumors. When the unnecessary rumors had finally started, I figured it was our job to get on the air,
right,
have people enjoy themselves, checking out the lyrics and the album covers, and then at the same time try and prove that the guy is still alive. And we've produced enough people tonight, I think, that have seen him alive within the past couple of weeks.
It sure is interesting. I have thought a lot about it, and everybody in Nam is very much up on the Beatles.
Yeah.
And we appreciate them. We're crazy about them.
Yeah.
And when we did, when I came back a few weeks ago, I hadn't even thought about anything like this ever happening. And I listened to your station quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when this came on tonight, it was kind of a shock. And I couldn't believe that it actually happened, and I still don't believe it.
Well, do you remember back to James Dean?
Right, and
the same phenomenon, that James Dean was alive, but he was living in a mental institution, and he had been completely disfigured, and he couldn't remember who he was.
The thing you said about John Kennedy.
Yeah, right. These things always seem to happen, and I guess it was bound to happen with the Beatles. And I guess my first... we have somebody in the studio right now. Saw Paul McCartney a month ago,
right,
alive and well in London.
Yeah,
but how does she know it was really him and not William Campbell? See, that's the point. See, she doesn't know. You don't know, right? See,
it's very strange. But could you tell me one thing? What time is your program over?
It is over at 6.
Because I have a job interview to go to tomorrow. And I'm going to stay up for it. And I sure would hate to lose the job, but I would definitely like to hear from anybody who knows authoritatively. And I'm going to...
Well, we have somebody, as I say, the producer on Dan Daniels' Morning saw him a month ago. And, but of course she never saw him in 1964, so she can't compare. But we talked to a guy. You saw him in 1964? And it's the same guy. It was the same guy. You think it is the same guy. Sure, I see.
Well, I wasn't the same guy in 1964 either.
Right. Well, we talked to a gal at EMI today.
Well, Mr. I started a letter to some of the guys that are still in Vietnam right now.
Yes, you're going to start the rumor in Vietnam that they're...
No, I'm not. I was going to write that.
Because it's probably already reached there.
You know, I'm going to try to spike the rumor in case it gets that far.
Oh, listen, don't even... The worst thing you can do is send a note saying there is no truth to the rumor that...
Well, listen, we may all leave there.
I'll tell you what's weird about rumors, though, is sometimes I will go on rumor. When I was working in Houston, Texas, a friend of mine came up to me.
Yeah.
He said, I got a scoop for you. I said, what's that? He says, a friend of mine works at MD Anderson Hospital, where Lurleen Wallace is being worked on.
Right, right.
And there is no truth to the rumor that she's okay. She has terminal cancer and will die within a year.
Oh, no.
So I said, the heck with it, I'm going to go on the air with my rumor. And I went on the air with a rumor. And I said, Lurleen, according to my sources, people at MD Anderson Hospital say Lurleen Wallace will die within a year. Well, they got a hold of George Wallace to give him equal time. He said, it's the most ridiculous remark I ever heard. Do you know what happened within 6 months? Lurleen Wallace was dead.
Well,
so I never completely throw rumors out the door of terminal cancer.
I'd like to say one thing before I hang up. When I was in Vietnam, a well-known company sponsored tapes to GIs in Vietnam, and everybody from New York got a tape from your station. And the news and the songs a lot of us get over there at Christmas time is from WMCA.
Yeah, right.
And that's what most of us from New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, around there get. So I just...